Hiya guys, welcome to the video. It's Friday morning and I thought I'd start a little vlog. It's my Christmas planner that I'm doing this morning. It's nothing fancy, so don't get excited. But I like a bit of crafting. Doesn't always go to plan, but it's just a bit of fun and a bit of chance for you to grab yourselves a cuppa and join me with some crafting. You know, we can pretend we know what we're doing. Anyway, I'm going to make a Christmas planner. And all the stuff that I've got are just bits of things. I've not bought nothing for this. I've got a birthday card, which was off my sister. And I'm going to use this as the cover. So that's going to be the front and the plain one at the back. I've got a piece of plain old card, which is going to be the spine of the book. And I've also got some other pieces of card, which are just from... I have a lot of like crafty paper because I like crafts. If you haven't got any and you want to get some, you can go to the Works. Where else is good for that kind of thing? The range always have lots of them. But these are just from my stash, so I've not bought nothing new. I thought I'd just go with these. That is off an old calendar. So whenever you get a calendar, choose wisely if you're buying a calendar for next year, because when you're done with it, some of the pages are nice to keep if you've picked a nice one. I always look at that because I keep the pages after. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. We're going to make a start on this. And I've got different categories that we can put into the planner once we've made the outside cover. So yeah, grab yourself your crafty stuff and a cup of tea. I've got a cup of tea in my little Louis Vuitton cup. It's obviously not a real one. It is by Catherine Loves. We got this in a charity shop. As you know, I love a charity shop. Never know what you're going to find. So yeah, I've cut the back and the front of this birthday card. And they're not even exactly the same size, but it really doesn't matter because this is just a bit of fun. And that is the outside. That wants to be the outside. So just make sure I've got it the right way up. That's going to go there in the middle. But first of all, I'm going to score a line down the middle and then two other lines down the side a bit. So then I've got myself... when your book opens and shuts, you need a bit of room within the spine for it to move. So I'm just going to fold this directly in half first to get the middle. Now you can do you don't have to do my method, but this is just in case you don't really have a clue of what you want to do. It's quite hard to fold this in the middle. Might not be exact, but you know, it's fun. It doesn't have to be exact. I don't like things that are perfect. I think that's why I like junk journals. If I buy myself a perfect journal, I always feel a bit nervous about writing in it because I'm like, I might ruin it. It don't matter if you ruin it, but if you've spent a lot on a journal, then you're probably a bit miffed. And then just fold it again, just after the crease, just to give yourself a bit of room for the pages to move about. And then do it again on the other side. We just want movement within the spine of the book. I think I've done that a bit squiff, but like I said, it don't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't have to matter. It's Friday today and it's my day off, so last Friday, my mum and dad turned up at my house. They don't ring or anything, they just turn up. And because I don't use my front door, they just knock on the back door. And I'm like, it's Friday, I wanted to go out. Don't just turn up on me as I'm going out. So then I couldn't go out. It took me ages to... I made them a cup of tea and all the rest, like you do. I mean, I'm not moaning, I like them coming. But Friday, just ring me before you come. So now we're going to stick this to this. Need some glue. I had another glue, tacky glue. I want something that's going to be quite quick drying. Hold on. I'm not organised again. Let me just get my other bits out. So I'm just going to use my trusty Pritt stick because these are quite good. They're quite quick and yep, that'll do. Pritt stick is fine. Make sure you get all the edges. Don't want it peeling off. Make sure it's the right way up. And just make sure you leave a bit of a gap so your pages can move about. You can always wiggle it about after, if you know what I mean. That's that side. So yeah, we just want like a bit of a thing like that down the middle, so your pages can open and shut. Right, so like that. So we've got, it doesn't even matter that that's not on the crease. You know what I mean? Let me trim that end off. Mine are not level. Let me just fix this problem. But yeah, this is not perfection. This is a bit of fun. And I've got to say, I sometimes struggle with that because I like things to be quite perfect. But it's all fine. So that's the outside, front, back. Middle's a bit messy. We need another one for the middle of this. So I'm also going to use the same kind of green as I did before, which is just a piece of this. This was from the range. I'll just use the same one, the same green colour. So I'm not measuring nothing. I'm just going to cut a piece of this with my paper trimmer. You can just use scissors if you've not got one. I need a bit of room. Need more room. I mean, my kitchen's quite big, to be fair. Never feel like I've got enough room. Our kitchen is one of the reasons we bought this house, because the kitchen's got an extension. Oh, I've done it wrong. It doesn't matter. We're going to work with it. It's not the same size as the last one, but it really don't matter. Yeah, we bought this house because of the kitchen. Because it was extended compared to the rest of the houses like this one in our street. And we wanted this estate because my mum lived on this estate and so did my sister. So I wanted to be near them lot. But the kitchen is now, God, it must be like 300 years old. It's probably not 300. It's really old. And we want a new kitchen, but we can't afford it right now. So that's just going to wait until the day where I'm rich, but you know, that's never going to happen. So that's the middle of my book. Just going to hold it and then fold it over. So we've got a nice, mind you, saying this now, I might have made my spine a bit too thick to sew the pages in. We'll see. Because I've got to push a needle through all that cardboard now. Maybe I should have used something a bit lighter. Because you've got to push a needle through to sew your... I can do it, it's fine. It's going to just be harder, that's all. That's not sticking. Now, this doesn't normally peel up, but it could do. So, you're better using a stronger glue if you've got one. But it's only a Christmas planner, so you're not going to probably use it much after Christmas. Unless you're going to start planning next year's Christmas. And I also found this in the charity shop a couple of weeks back. It's brand new. It's from 2018, when magazines were $3.99. Well, they're not anymore, are they? Right, so that's the outside of the book. It's looking all right. We're going to cover these up in a minute. In fact, we'll do that now, because I don't want to look at that ugliness. Yeah, so basically you don't have to go to the edge, just covering up this because it's not that attractive. We want a bit of colour, it's Christmas, we want a bit of fun. So yeah, I might cut that so it comes more to the end, so it's not overlapping that green, because I don't want too much bulk. So let me just trim a bit off. I'll do it that side because, which side was the clean end? I'll use this one. I brought my thing, well, Andrew broke my thing, shall I say, this paper cutter, because he just shoved all my craft stuff under the stairs cupboard. And that's where the boys fling the shoes when they come in because they're so lazy. So that needs to go there. That's one of them. And I'm just going to go completely rogue and put this one on this side. Just because I like bright colours. I mean, I could... I don't want that on the both sides. I'm going to go with lots of fun because it's Crimbo. Don't know whether to push the... I think I'll push the things through first because it could get a bit messy. So now, I'm going to find my needle. So this is from All Bargains. It's called a knitter's needle. It's thick. But to force the holes through first, I've got this, which is an awl. It's used for lots of different crafts. So I'm going to make pages that are pretty much the same size as this. So I want one hole in the middle, one hole at the bottom, one hole at the top, but not too close to the top. So I'm not going to measure it because I'm just going to go one in the middle, eyeball it, that's around about there. So I want the hole to go all the way through to the other side. And it's got to be fairly big because you're going to put a thread through it. One at the bottom, not too near the bottom. I'm going to go there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Never can tell. And then one hole at the top, about there. Force it through so we get a bit of room. We've got 3 holes. We're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Right. I never know how to do this. I can never remember. Right, I'm going to go with some thread. What colour thread? I'm going to go red. It's Christmas. Why not? Even if it doesn't go with the rest of my colours, we'll have colour clash, which is totally fine. Let me put me all the way first. I've got another one upstairs. I was using it for something upstairs. Can't remember what. I think these was only from Shein or Team or something. But they come in really handy if you need like a very sharp point. I need to touch some of this. Not too much because then you're making it harder for yourself. Put that in there. That should be enough. So just quite a long piece. Where's my needle gone? What did I put in? Right. So just thread the needle. It's really easy to thread because the eye is really big. So just pull that through and give it a little twist. Okay, so I'll show you how to do the 3 holes. Okay, so I've just remembered I needed paper to add into my planner. I've just got 10 sheets of photocopier paper. It's quite thin because I bought this pack from Tesco. It's a really cheap pack just for printing little things off the computer. 500 sheets and I think it was about £5. So you can get some of that from Tesco if you need printer paper. So I'm going to fold a couple of these at a time. And the reason for doing that is so that they don't all kind of, you get a weird crease down the middle if you do them all at the same time. Just do 2 or 3 at the same time. So fold all your pages directly down the middle. You can use any paper you want. You don't have to use plain white. But I thought, with it being Christmas, I want to decorate it in different ways. Plus, just for the quickness of this video, really, because then you're not sat watching paint dry. Just fold all your pages. And then we're going to sew them into the book. It's really simple, it's not tricky. There you go. All the pages. Now, I have got some clips to hold it. These might not work. I've got all kinds of these. I've got 2 little clips, but I don't think they're going to hold it because they're not far enough in. So now we're going to take each page and put them all inside each other so that they all fit into each other. You can do 2 rows of stitching, but I'm just going to do 1 because it wants to be simple and fun. Right, okay, so they need to line up with the holes there in the middle. So I need something to hold them in place so then I can push the hole through the whole thing at the same time. And I don't know if that's going to hold that. Oh, maybe it won't. Oh, look at that! Nearly, but not. Right, I'm just going to have to struggle and do this without, because my clips are not working for me. Jeez. Gee whiz. Where's me all gone again? Put it back. Need it again. Right, so this is going to end up messy now because I've got nothing to hold it down. Well, right, so make sure the crease of your paper is right into the crease of the book. I'm going to go this way because now my spine's going to look a bit messy now because I've not got my clips to hold it all in place with. So we could go a bit rogue here, but you know where I'm going with it. If you've got more time and more patience than me, well, your book will look tidier. Turn it over again, and I think I've cocked up my holes now. Push that through. Oh, see, I've moved away from my hole now. I have to just do it there. Right, so mine's a bit messy now, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, it's getting on my nerves, but it's fine. Right, so now you've got to choose whether you want your string to come out inside or outside, on the outside of your book. This is gonna, I need bigger clips to hold all this in place. I'm gonna remove the clips altogether. So I want my string to come outside the book, I think. So I'm gonna start on the outside. So I'm going to push it through the middle first, find the rest of my pages now because they've moved. They should be holding in with a clip, but they're not. So I'm going to push this string through, and it's going to be hard to push through all the cardboard. But because you've got a biggish needle, it's doable. Right, pull it through, but leave yourself a string on the other side. Leave yourself a furley piece of string. I'm going to go to the bottom now and push it through the paper and the other hole of the book. If you can find your hole. If you've got really big paper clips, this is not an issue. I need a bit of strength to pull that through as well. My fingers are full of glue. So I'm going to go that way. We've still got this string up to the top this time. Can you see? We've gone through the middle, back through the bottom one. We're going back through the top. So find the outside of the book and then find the outside of the pages. Push it through. Right. Yep. So now, make sure it's all tight. We're going to go back through the middle. So we're going back through the middle, back to the outside, but make sure you don't split that thread. So you're going to push it through next to that thread. So there we go, we've got that on that side. Make sure it's nice and tight, so pull both these strings. So that's what the inside looks like. Turn it over, and we've got one string. One should go underneath the thread, so you've got one on each side. One string's coming out this side, one string's coming out this side. Pull them a bit tight, not too tight that you rip it all. Cut this thread a little bit and then just tie a knot over them with this. You can do a little bow or add some beads on it or whatever you want to do. But that is that. And then you can just, I'll cut them a little bit. But that's your pamphlet stitch. So now you've got your pages sewn into your book and you're away to do your Christmas decorating. That looks quite nice. Let's just stick these bits inside so we've got a bit of colour. You still with me? Oh wow. I'm going to put this one in the front. So just, you can do whatever you like with your book, you know. It's just a bit of fun. I love watching these crafty people on YouTube. They give you lots of good ideas. Make sure you cover all of it because otherwise it will just start lifting up. Need to get another glue stick when I go out. And it's absolutely terrible rain today, and it's supposed to rain all day. We've got this storm called Storm Claudia or whatever her name is. So yeah, I'm going to put that, just line it up somewhere nice so you're happy with it. It's just to strengthen the covers really. Pull it down a little bit. Just pop that down. So that's your front covered. So it ends up feeling quite thick in the end. You can put like little metal covers on them if you want to. You just wipe a bit of this off the middle. So that's the front, and then we'll stick this pink jazzy one on the back. If I've got enough glue. So yeah, my plans today are to go, oh, I didn't say about the cash card crisis, did I? Went to Lidl yesterday to buy a few bits. My cash card's broke. I was stood at the till not being able to pay for my shopping. I was mortified. Luckily I had a bit of cash in my bag because I was trying to swipe my card and it kept saying PIN not recognised, and thought, oh, why? But Andrew was paid yesterday and we have a joint account, so I knew there was money in. So I was thinking, what the heck, I can't buy me shopping in Lidl. But I did have cash in my bag. Luckily I had a bit of money in the side pocket of my bag. But yeah, I've had to order a new cash card now because it's broke. Apparently a bit of the chip and pin things peeled off. It is like years old. So there is our book. Can you even see what I'm showing you? I'm going to cover this up with Christmas decoration. I'm going to keep the girl with the sparkles. I'm just going to cover that bit up. I'll cover the bit up that says sister, and I'll keep this bit sparkle and shine like the star you are. I thought that was nice for Christmas. The back is plain, so I can add any kind of Christmas bits. But on the next video, I might do like a little introduction to that. Christmas 2025 and put some on. And then we can have a plan for each page. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And hope you have a lovely day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye guys.